Let's go back, time warp, 2022.
Yeah.
Right? What were you doing with your money?
All sorts. We didn't even know what we were doing.
We couldn't even track. Honestly, I couldn't even answer. We had things going left, right, and centre. Just no concept of any savings at all. Like, we were literally just pretty much living. Pay would come in, a week later it's gone. Like,
Right.
And
it's just all the minimum payments.
Yeah.
The card,
correct.
the zip pay, the loan, like just everything just gone.
And once that went, I started using my ladder-tree card to pay for things.
So it's literally just like a spin cycle in
Yeah.
the washing machine.
Yeah, and it was just a cycle that we felt that we couldn't get out of. And I honestly didn't know if we ever would. Like, it took us for joining Infinity to have that structure for us to be able to make those like impactful changes.
Money isn't the root of all evil, the fucking lack of it is.
Not money, the lack of understanding money.
When I put that into emphasis, when I realised that psychological effect and how it hit our family, I FTB all the fucking way.
You are now watching the Money Mentor podcast
With Graham Home.
Graham Home.
You're fucking gone. See ya.
Welcome back to another episode of the Money Mentor and the Changing Lives Financially podcast. We have two very special guests today. This is their first time, so I'll be a little bit gentle. Are we nervous?
Slightly, yeah, a little bit.
Well, don't be nervous. It's my first time as well. So I want to welcome everyone to Dylan and Jade. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, thanks.
How long have you been with Infinity?
Be coming up 2 years around November this year.
Okay, and who was the instigator?
That was me.
That was Dylan.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Why were you the instigator?
I was just happening to scroll on my Facebook and I just saw one of your cool posts.
Yep.
And I watched it, and once I saw it, I was
was
all
it.
in. Yeah, I was
And
all
you're
in.
like,
Yeah.
what is this bullshit?
Well, he was pretty much sold straight away, and then had to convince me, because I was a bit more skeptical.
Yep.
But yeah, with Dylan there was no, like, he was straight in. So
Okay.
yeah. But once he kind of explained it all to me, he won me over with it, and then we were both on board from there. So
Okay.
yeah.
Now tell us a little bit, whoever wants to take control here, tell us a bit about yourselves, how old you are, roughly where you're from, any kids, any pets, all that sort of jazz.
Yeah. So I'm originally from the UK, so I've lived in Australia for.
Where's your accent?
I know it's gone. It's gone. People
And he
don't
probably
believe.
thought it was so sexy back in the
People
day.
don't believe me. They think I'm lying. I'm like, no, I'm not. But yeah, 8 years in Australia. So and Dylan's from Adelaide anyway, so all his family are in Adelaide. But my immediate family is all back in the UK. So we've got a 4-year-old. She turned 4 last week, Isla. So and yeah, since coming to Australia, I've pretty much just lived in Adelaide. We've obviously built our house there, and we've got a Labradoodle as well called Bailey. So
Okay.
he's 3. So
As expensive as a child.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, lucky we got him before we had Isla. So
Yep. Okay.
but yeah, so that's pretty much us. Yeah.
Okay. Now, pre-Infinity, obviously, doing scrolling, you're like, yeah, okay, cool, I've got to look at this. Tell us about your finances. Roughly, how much was the mortgage? Did you have car loans, credit loans, I don't know, Afterpay? What was the situation?
Yeah, so we had a home loan, $385,000.
Okay.
And we were pretty pumped because we weren't in Australia for I returned home and I wasn't home for too long, and then we got our first house, built a nice house not far from where I grew up as a young person.
Yep.
And we did all that before COVID too. So we
Right.
kind of.
And we got the home
that
builder
was
grant too, which
pre-COVID.
is nice and
Yeah.
handy. So yeah, we thought we were doing pretty well, but then it started off. We were struggling financially.
Okay.
Ended up picking up a second job.
So once you like got the loan, built the house, and then you had like bills and
Yeah.
it started
So we
to get a
had-
bit tight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Okay.
and stressful, like
Okay.
very stressful, because we just had with our home loan, it was 2 separate payments, so they weren't zinced to come out at the same time. So
So you had like the land loan and the
yeah,
build loan?
so
Okay.
like we'd have enough in for
and
the
they
first
didn't
payment.
put that together for you at the end?
No, it was separate.
arseholes.
Yeah, just to make it difficult. Like,
FTV. Okay. So 2 separate, and it
Yeah.
was so bad you said you got a second job, Dylan?
I did get a second job, and it still didn't feel like it helped at the time. It's helped now, but at the time, because I wasn't structured very well and I had money going through, different accounts, latitude credit cards.
So the mortgage was 385.
yeah,
A ladder one Latitude credit card?
We had one each.
We had one each.
A one
so,
each?
Yeah.
So how much did that total?
Probably close to 15 grand. I upped it towards the end to be able to come and do Infinity.
Right, okay.
But it was around the 15 grand
Okay.
Yeah.
between us.
And then what about like personal loans, car loans, any of that?
I had a car loan and Jade had a car,
I
loan,
had a car
too.
loan too.
So we had the full shebang, like normal everyday family.
Yeah.
Home loan but split in two, your land
Yeah.
loan, your build loan, which is shit because they're different days, like
Yeah,
you said, to
yeah.
pay
That
them.
caused me a lot of
Completely.
stress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you've got 2 credit cards,
Mm-hmm.
15 grand. Then you've got a car loan each, very
Each,
normal.
yeah.
Okay. How much were the car loans, do you remember?
Mine was almost... I had about 5 grand left. Jade was over 20.
20.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that hurts.
Yeah.
And then any other loans or personal loans or anything?
We had... Because we got a new house, we, use interest-free things.
Right.
To get furniture for our new house because we literally moved in and had nothing. So
Right.
we
Outdoor
used kind
blinds
of,
to do
So
the
you're
outdoor
going to do
area.
like the store card, right?
Yeah. Like,
Okay, interest
yeah.
free for 2 years or
Yeah,
something on the
correct.
lounge. and
Just
the
to be able
fridge.
to
I don't use the
purchase-
money properly, Graham.
Yeah.
I got it with the right intentions, but then I used buying coffees with it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Well, like zip monies and that was for kind
Okay.
of the bigger purchases for the house, afterpays,
So this is a
Hum.
Yeah. real. I love this story because it's real, right? Young couple, first home.
Yeah.
Yay, great Australian dream.
Yeah.
Turns into
Super
almost
excited.
great Australian rort.
Yeah.
You're loaded with car loans, credit cards each, interest-free finance that you start paying interest on. You're starting to use the card for coffee and food.
Yeah.
Like you're just consumed with interest expense.
Yeah.
And you wonder where all your money goes. Not the principal you borrowed. It's the interest on top that you're not aware of.
And we had a young child too. Isla was, when we moved into the house, Isla was only about 6 months old. So she was
Right.
still a baby, really. So,
So you're on maternity leave still?
yeah. So I had
Okay.
about 6 months off work. So, yeah.
Okay. So that's...
So it was tight.
How would you describe day to day? I mean, it was enough to get a second job, right? But how would you describe day to day living 6 months into being in the house with all of those debts?
We were just, I was a bit more, obviously me having 6 months off maternity leave, I was very mindful of what I was spending because I wasn't having that income. So I would try and, kind of save where I can on things or be mindful of, we can't go out 3 days in a row because we'd spend too much money.
Right.
So, we'd have to have some days at home just to kind of break it up a little bit. But yeah, it was really tight. Yeah. So it was, such a stress. And obviously having a baby, they need so many things as well. Kids are expensive as it is. So, there was things that it wasn't even things that I would need. It would be things that Isla would need. So, yeah.
Okay. So when did you join Infinity?
So I would have done the 2-day masterclass around October, November. It would have been.
Last
Yeah.
year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The year before.
Year
Year
before
before.
last.
So 23.
Yeah.
23.
Okay,
Yeah.
23.
Yeah.
And a shitload of debts
Yeah.
on top of the home loans and it's expenses coming left and right.
Yeah.
So 385. So what's the loan balance today? So sorry, October, November, you said. So we're nearly coming on a 2-year anniversary?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very close.
What's the home loan balance today?
It's around 313, 314.
So about 70 grand gone
Yeah.
in 2 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
385, 315.
Roughly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about, so that's huge.
Massive.
Well, we got over
Yeah.
80 grand in a reader at the moment.
Oh, fucking excuse fucking me.
Toot your own horn.
Well done. Should be very proud of it, clearly.
Thank you.
What about cars, interest-free loans, credit cards? What about all that?
So that's all paid off now. Like car loan for me, I own the car, so
Yep.
like completely.
So that was about 20 grand 2 years ago?
Yeah, yeah.
So if we go through the list here, so we paid off about 20 grand on the car.
Credit cards cut up, done,
How much?
finished.
Over 15.
So
Yeah.
20 grand, 15, so 35.
Yep.
Yeah. What-
Dylan actually got another car, so he got a more economical car.
Yep.
So sold his old car and now has his current car. That's
We had the Hum account as well.
Yeah.
That was around over 5 grand.
Okay, so 40 grand, yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And then the other little bills like we had, like
Afterpays,
Afterpays, that type
Afterpays,
of
they
little
would have
things
been-
here or there.
Couple of grand.
Yeah.
Couple of yeah.
So 45.
Because you get a set limit
Yeah,
anyway.
it's around
yeah.
the 45
40,
grand.
45 grand of
Roughly.
bad debt gone.
Yep.
Yep.
And 80 grand ahead of your mortgage, you're saying, in
Yes.
Yeah.
He's fucking killing it. He's absolutely killing it.
Thank you. Yep.
Now, have we had
Pretty proud.
any life at all in the last 2 years since we started that? Because really, that's 45 grand plus the 80 you told me is in your redraw.
Yep.
That's $125,000 you guys have got ahead in 2 years.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck you were doing with your money 2 years ago.
We don't even know.
I'm not going to make any excuses for you. So that's like, you've really, on the two incomes, young couple, you've got ahead 60 grand a year.
Yeah.
Because you've obviously got the right structure, but you're saying you
Absolutely.
don't. Well, I know what you were spending your money on. But,
Yeah.
but have you guys had any weekends away or any holidays in the last 2 years since we started?
Yeah, we've had like weekends away. So we've gone to places like within South Australia. We've had days out as families, more family days out together.
Any holidays?
Where's the big one we went?
We went to London, so Christmas last year.
Okay.
I went back home for Christmas and New Year, which was
Yeah.
really lovely. So we went for a month.
A month?
Yeah.
We went to Copenhagen and Denmark for a few nights while we were over there.
So you're doing okay.
Yeah,
You're not
like we
eating-
had a week in Europe, you know, so
You're
it
not
was pretty
eating mint
cruisy.
6 different ways.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
not only have you absolutely changed your financial position, you had 80 grand in redraw, cleared 45 grand of debt, you've smacked out 125 grand
Yeah.
of principal gone, and you've had a month in Europe.
Yeah.
Jeez. Where do I sign up? So for people that, because we get so many young couples watching this, like, just pay more, just this, and they really, they keep sending messages and like, we're struggling. It's like, watch the fucking free webinar. We're not going to talk to the thousands of messages. Watch the free shit. That's why we built it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's be honest. Let's go back, time warp, 2022.
Yeah.
Right? What were you doing with your money?
All sorts. We didn't
All
even know what we were
sorts.
doing.
We couldn't even track. Honestly, I couldn't even answer. We had things going left, right, and centre. Just no concept of any savings at all. Like we were literally just pretty much living. Pay would come in, a week later it's gone. Like
Right.
it's
just all the minimum payments.
Yeah,
The card,
correct.
the card,
Yeah.
the zip pay, the loan, like just everything just gone.
And once
Yeah.
that went, I
Yeah.
started using my ladder-tree card to pay for things. In
So
the
like to
supermarket.
buy-
we had
to
no
buy
spare
lunch
money.
and groceries.
All
Yeah.
groceries from
groceries,
Woolworths.
coffees, lunch. Yeah.
So it's literally just like a spin cycle
Yeah.
in the washing machine.
Yeah. And it was just a cycle that we felt that we couldn't get out of. And I honestly didn't know if we ever would. Like it took us for joining Infinity to have that structure for us to be able to make those like impactful changes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you go back then honestly and be like, yep, were we spending money on takeaway and shit, or were you blowing money as well as the minimum payments, or was it just the minimum payments consuming you?
Blowing money and the minimum.
Both.
Just
Both.
having money
Yeah.
scattered for everywhere didn't help. But we
Yeah.
don't know what we were doing. We were just, if we
Yeah.
want it, we buy it. There was no instant.
Okay, so
Yeah. There was
so
no
you get paid
control.
and you go, cool, payday, we're going to the cafe.
Yeah.
Or we're going buying, I don't know,
Yeah,
bacon
or we're
egg
buying-
roll on the
yeah,
way to
new
work.
pair of
coffee.
shoes, like whatever, yeah.
So just
Yeah.
no sense of financial management.
No.
I brought a PlayStation 5 with my ladder-tree card.
Dylan. It's in the past. It's in the past.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay. So today, we're 80 grand ahead of the redraw. All most of the debts are all gone and cleared.
Yeah.
What else have we done? Any investing? Anything at all? What do you started?
Yeah.
So we were lucky enough to have some equity in our place that we built. And yeah, Infinity helped us get 2 investment properties in Melbourne, Victoria.
Okay.
Which is exciting.
Interesting.
Looking forward to it.
So we're
yeah.
waiting for those to finish over the next couple of years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Very close to finishing.
What if we undid that and put you into a place on the Gold Coast?
That sounds exciting. It was something we could have a chat about.
Instead of the river
Yeah.
view, the ocean view.
That
Yeah.
sounds nice. Yeah.
What do you reckon?
I reckon that sounds...
Yeah.
There's a grenade
That's
for you.
that's an interesting thought. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that offline, but there's your surprise and grenade for today.
Yeah.
To maybe we don't do the 2 in Victoria. Maybe we
Yeah.
just do 1 in Queensland.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a little
Potentially.
grenade for
That
you.
sounds
Potentially.
I've whipped up a little strategy in the background.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Excited to see.
we'll talk about that offline.
Yeah.
So at the moment, we've got 2 investment properties being built.
Yes.
We're killing it on the redraw. Talk to me about your day-to-day operation as far as a household now. before you would just buy shoes, buy food, whatever. What's your budget now? How do you manage it? Break this down for people at home, because I know hundreds of thousands, millions of young couples are going to see this on Spotify. Usually they're like, wow, that's just a normal young couple like us. We felt exactly like we had sheets up as curtains when we bought our house. We were putting interest-free fridges and washing machines. So talk to us about today. How do you run the finances today since we've helped you?
So now we've got obviously a weekly budget that we would stick to, which is obviously at a set amount. And even just in terms of like groceries, like we'll sit down at the end of the week and we'll plan out, you know, what we're going to have for the week. But we're also, in terms of groceries, we're buying things that, you know, we can kind of bulk cook really in a way. So
you're meal prepping?
Meal prepping,
right.
yeah,
and
definitely.
What's your weekly food fuel fund?
$5.40.
$5.40
for the three of you,
for
and
the three of us.
The Labrador, well, four. The Labrador,
yeah.
So $5.40 a week. So you're managing to do all the groceries, do the meal prep, petrol in the cars, all that stuff. $5.40 a week.
Yeah.
And do you find that you can hit that pretty meticulously, or does it vary a bit? Or
we're pretty good with it. So I have tried other numbers. I've tried 600, 550, 540 seems to be working.
That's the sweet spot for us.
It seems to be working pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, you're allowed an extra $10-20 here or there. You know, date night maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've played with it a bit and gone, 600, and then there's money left over, and like, we just blew money we didn't need.
Yeah, okay. That's right. Yeah.
So $5.40 you're finding is like, it gets you through the week on week, and you're not tempted to go crazy.
Yeah, correct.
Okay,
yeah.
fair call.
Yeah.
How long have you been able to hit that sweet spot now? Because obviously over the last 2 years you've played with it a little bit.
We've probably been on that 540 for close to 12 months, I reckon.
Yeah, pretty consistently. Yeah.
So you're pretty comfortable now in a groove.
Yeah.
And so all the bills you just get coming in, that's all covered. You're 80 grand ahead.
No stress with that at all.
So do you have to think about when a bill's due now?
No, that's
Like
so for everyone at home, they're like, shit, my car rego's coming up. I've got to pay my electricity. And they're worried about paying. Do you worry about bills at all?
No, they just come automatically. We know we've got the money in there ready to go.
80 grand there.
Correct. That's right.
If I need to go and buy some new tyres, I know there's money there for that too.
What happened 2.5 years ago if you needed new tyres today?
Probably Latitude card.
Or we'd sell stuff. Honestly, we'd sell things to make the money up, like if we could.
So if there was credit on the card, it was on the card.
Yeah. If no credit on the card, we'd be
all right, we're selling the PS5 and we're putting tyres on the car.
Yeah.
I'd hate to look at the statements of that Latitude card, Graham. I had all sorts of
weird
interesting stuff on there.
Yeah.
Do you find in your friends and family group, is this pretty common for your age or uncommon, do you think?
Well, I find a lot of people don't have budgets. When I just general people that you know. That
and do you even talk about money with friends? Or?
We do. There is obviously people that are very like they don't want to hear it, or you know, like they are very skeptical and they don't want to talk about money. Like that's not a conversation they want to have. And then there's people that have that curiosity, but even just talking to people, we've both noticed that lots of people don't have a budget and they couldn't tell you what they're spending their money on or where it's going, like exactly how we were before Infinity, like everything's going in and out. That's really common within our like friend and family group. So
it's pretty common today's society. People just like it's get paid, pay for it. Oh shit, there's nothing left.
Instant gratification.
Correct. Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Talk to the people at home. So obviously you guys have had a drastic turnaround. It involved a couple of key things because I know young people are going to flock to this, but like, shit, this is us, right? Like hundreds of thousands of people are going to see it.
Yeah.
Talk to how hard was it? I mean, obviously you come and did the free webinar. Did you try any of the free webinar stuff yourself, or you just straight into the masterclass?
I was just straight in.
You're like, no, fuck, just okay.
I knew you could.
I knew you
guys could help us.
Okay, so obviously masterclass made sense. You've then applied to be a client. You've become approved. How hard was it when we sat down with you and went, right, what we're going to do is do this, and you're going to have this much you tell us, we think we need 600, 700, we need this to function each week. How hard was it for you guys to listen to that and to take that on board? Was it hard? Was it easy? It's a big change. If you're just spending everything, but then again, I imagine if all of a sudden you're comfortable.
Yeah, so we obviously, it wasn't as hard as what some people think. Once Infinity helped us got rid of all the other bills on the outside, that helped us a lot.
So once the cards, once all that shit was gone, and it was just the home loan payment.
It for us.
Right,
Yeah.
okay, so home loan's got to be covered. We need money each week to function. So how long did it take you guys to go, okay, 600, 550? How long did it take to go, oh shit, there's $5,000 in redraw?
Not very long at all.
Was it weeks, months?
Less than months.
Probably
I reckon I sent you a
months, I'd
message
say.
of the
Yeah.
DM Graham
Yeah, I
saying, look
remember.
at this. But I sold my Calais.
True.
You put that in there, and all
Yeah.
of a sudden, within less than 10 weeks, I had over 10 grand in the account. I'm like, geez, I haven't seen that for a while.
Yeah.
So does that become a bit motivating in a sick and twisted
Absolutely.
kind
I
of
think
way?
I got another
Yeah.
message from saying, Graham, I've got an addictive personality. You watch me.
It was a lot more, empowering and I think, a lot more empowering, and we just were like, full straight in with it, really.
And Dylan, you obviously found Infinity, but who's driving? Are you equally pushing this together now? Is one of you managing the money? What's happening today for you guys?
I would say we're pretty much on the same page with it all.
Yep.
But I would say Dylan is the one that will do all the calculations.
Okay.
So he's like the calculator man. He
Yep.
will be.
So you're the minister for finance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so he will do a lot more, like we're both on the same journey on doing it together, but he will calculate things all
Yep.
the time. So
And
I'll
you
see
just
him.
take his word for it and
Yep.
go, cool, sweet, I can see the balance,
Yeah,
that makes
and I
sense.
can see the results
Okay.
as well. So
Do you guys, how often now are you talking about money together versus, okay, well actually, go back. 2023 when you started, I'm assuming 2022, there was a lot of talk about shit, how do we pay this bill?
Yeah.
Can that fit on the card?
Yeah.
Fuck, like, I'm assuming there was a lot of negative money talk.
Absolutely,
was.
a lot of
Which
stress,
would have been
a lot
fucked,
of
right, for a young
was.
couple.
negativity, yeah.
How, I'm assuming when you talk about money now, it's more positive and it's different, but how often, because you would have talked about money a lot, but in a negative sense.
Yeah.
I'm assuming now it's positive. How often do you talk about money now?
We pretty much talk about it, but like you said, it's in that kind of positive light. And we can see the results for ourselves, but we will still like check in with each other and have those conversations. And there isn't that level of stress there. And I think because we've changed our mindset, and I think that was the biggest thing, is shifting our mindset. So like it took a long time for me to get used to a budget because it's not something that I've ever done. So it was pretty much, I think, easier for Dylan to jump on the budget quicker than me.
Okay.
Because I would spend quite a lot more than he would. So
Right.
I really had to kind of just personally kind of like
Rein yourself in a bit.
rein myself in, have that self-control, and kind of change my mindset around it all. So that took for me a few months, but now I think, as I say, we're on the journey together, and we're kind of thinking the same, and we're in that kind of growth mindset now. So as a couple.
So when you say growth mindset, obviously a couple of years ago it was like, fuck, how do we pay the bill?
Yeah.
Rob Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah.
Talk to us about people listening at home to go, okay, so if I get the right advice,
Yeah.
have the right structure and the right
Yeah.
strategy,
Yeah.
I can be 125 grand ahead. They might be 80 grand ahead. They might be 150, but you
Yeah.
guys are statements, documented, verified, 125 grand of debt's gone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So the next step, now you're talking about growth mindset. So you come from scarcity, right? Like, shit, how do we pay the bills? Putting shit on a latitude card to eat, petrol, whatever. Talk about this growth mindset you mentioned. What's that? Explain that to people at home. Because you've come from scarcity, we're fucked.
Yeah.
What do you mean by growth mindset?
I think now having that structure in place, we can see, the possibilities really. Like the world is your oyster. Like we're striving for goals. We're setting goals together. Goals were never a part of the picture before.
Yeah.
So now we're kind of making those goals together as a family and looking to the future on how we can keep striving and improving our financial
So
position.
you've got, I guess, maybe much bigger financial goals now?
2 years ago, I
Yeah.
don't think we wouldn't be in this position.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
No way.
Yeah.
Because I remember when you sent me a message, you're like, dude, like going back to the UK, taking
Yeah,
it, like,
yeah.
we never would have been able to afford
No,
to do
it was-
this. Like, it's
No.
pretty
It was a
emotional. I'm reading the
dream,
message
really.
going, fuck,
Yeah.
this is pretty cool, right?
Like it was a distant dream before, but like it was just amazing that we was able to, sort our finances out and make that a reality. And like for me to go home after 8 years was huge. Like, I mean, I've had family come out to Australia, but just to see people that haven't been able to travel out, my grandma and things like that,
Yeah.
and just have that quality family time,
Yeah.
was beautiful.
So, what would you say to any other young couple that are tuning into this at home that are struggling right now and they've got the cards, they've got the cars, they've got the interest-free finance, your position 2-3 years ago?
Yeah.
What are some tips that, not Graham, because I mean, I can do a lot, right?
Yeah,
What,
yeah.
Jane, what would you tell the people listening at home to look at?
You need to try and have a bit of discipline.
Yeah.
No instant gratification straight away, just blowing your money.
Yeah.
I thought working 2 jobs was just going to fix the problems,
Right.
but it didn't.
Yeah.
So I've learned that you need to have a good budget.
Correct.
That doesn't mean you can't do things that you want to do,
Yep.
but it's in a plan.
Yeah.
Work with your partner so you're
Work
all on
as
the
a
same
team.
page.
Teamwork is a big thing too. You need to work as a team, because if you're not on the same page, and that was an analogy that you shared, I think back on the webinar, where if you're not the kind of horse analogy where you've got one person pulling it and leading it, and then you've got the other person just falling behind, you're not going to get anywhere if you're not doing it together.
It's just like I say, people share bodily fluids, but they don't share bank accounts.
There's a couple of
right?
things you shared during that thing, Graham. I actually printed them out and stuck them on a wall for
We've got
Jade
them
and
on
I
our
to see
bedroom
every
wall.
single
I think
day.
the horse one is talking about the Clydesdales I used to
Yes.
talk about. It's
Yeah.
like one Clydesdale
That's what
can
I'm talking
pull
about,
X
yeah.
amount of £1,000
Yeah.
or kilograms, right?
Yeah.
2 Clydesdale, put 5 of them together, trained,
Yeah.
communicating, trained. They pull like a gazillion. I'd have to dig it out. I used to use that years ago.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
it's a great.
We've got
I
a
printed it out and put it on
picture of
Jade's
that
side of
on
the
our-
wall, so when she
Yeah.
get ready, she knew it would be on it.
It's a
actually
constant
it's an
reminder for
oldie
me.
bit of goodie. I don't use it anymore, but it's like
Yeah.
if you get 1 Clydesdale or 2, but if you get a couple and they're all trained and they're all pulling in the same direction, it absolutely it's like 10 times the amount of weight they can pull. So it's a really good analogy, actually. What about how because it is confronting, right? If you're using interest-free cards for groceries and fuel and bill, you're slipping anything anywhere, pretty confronting. How important would it be for them to sit down and just get a highlighter and go through the statements?
Super important.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just not going to get out of your situation.
Correct. Yeah.
I find like companies are quite happy to give you credit even when you probably shouldn't have credit, and we're probably in that position too.
Yeah,
It's
just because you get it doesn't mean you should have it,
That's
That's
right?
right. Yeah.
And that's
yeah.
that's the danger. They don't really care at the end of the day.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
Tell me, if we go back to that time and you were literally just slipping things into the card, do people really deserve to go, oh, we've had such a big week, let's order pizza tonight and put it on the card? Or, oh, you know what, we deserve it, we've had a big month, let's go out for dinner or away for... Do they really fucking deserve to continue to put their family in that position? You've
It's
been
a terrible
there.
idea.
Yeah. No. No.
But you
it's-
do it, right? You guys
we
did
did
it.
Yeah. Of course.
But
Yeah. We
2
were
years
in that
I know
position.
how bad that was, and I can see why we were in that position.
Yeah, but now I think like having the structure we have, you can still do all the fun things, and you're not restricted. You can still get your takeaways, or you can still
to
go
the
out
UK.
for your.
You can still go away
Correct,
to the
yeah,
weekend.
it doesn't
but
have to be miserable. Like
No, but
Monday
Monday to Sunday.
Yeah.
The normal week is pretty normal, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you stick
very
to your-
correct, yeah.
So you guys are on 540, okay. So you don't worry about bills anymore. You got 2 properties that are being built for you right now.
Yeah.
You've cleared all the other debt. Fuck. Did
We're
you think you
feeling
would have
pretty
been here
good.
2 years ago?
No way.
Well, I mean, we were looking back at how our finances used to be, like when we actually sat down and, like Dylan said, went through statements and things and highlighted things. Like, it was actually embarrassing. Like, I was so embarrassed, and even to talk to people about money, it was just embarrassing because we knew what financial position we were in, and it was just uncomfortable. Like, whereas now we're happy on the journey that we're on, and we're making progress and we're seeing the results. We just want to share that with everyone. Like,
Yeah. But not everyone's prepared to listen to
correct.
us.
You still get people that are skeptical. It's
But I knew you meant well. When as soon as I saw some of your content, I wasn't a skeptic. I was all in.
Yeah.
As soon as I could get everything sorted, I was
Well,
all in.
you see I share on the team share for me on Insta and that, but like get these messages. I shared one the other day, and it's like, hey, I'm like 80 grand ahead on my loan. Someone last night, they were like, hey, we're $15,000 ahead of our loan in 1.5 months from your free webinar.
Crazy,
Yeah.
isn't
You
it?
know what I think's funny? If people just fucking listened and actually tried, but they listen and go, scam wrought too good to be true. Australia is so fucked for this tall poppy scam. It's
Yeah.
free. It's a
Yeah.
fucking free webinar.
yeah.
Now, what you do with the information
It's up to
determines
you.
the outcome.
Yeah.
I get messages from people. I share them. I black out the names. I could ask them to show the names. They're real DMs. You can see them. I'm 80 grand ahead. I'm 15 grand ahead. I'm $300 ahead. Like, these are real people that got something for fucking free that's life changing and valuable.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's people out there, right, and it's like, oh, well, enjoy being broke for the rest of your life, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Best thing I did is
Yeah.
just take your word for it and just go on the ride and look
Well,
2 years later.
Numbers don't lie. And that's the key, right?
Yeah.
You look at your statements before, you look at your statements now, it's pretty clean, it's very structured.
Yeah.
the interesting thing is you guys can go do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
You can leave this session now and go out for an amazing lunch. I mean, you're 80 grand ahead of your loan. You cleared 120.
Yeah.
Who fucking cares? It's true.
Yeah.
You can do what you want.
True.
You can splurge.
It's true.
Yeah.
But you're not.
We
No,
don't.
We don't. We still
Why?
got that.
Because you used to.
Yeah.
We did.
We used to. And
so when I say takeaway, junk, whatever, new PlayStation, whatever. But you used to splurge a bit that you could afford to. But now you can actually afford to. You could go today down to the marina here on the Gold Coast and have a fucking fancy lunch and a bottle of champagne and 10 cocktails. You could go spend a fortune. Why don't you?
We've learned more about discipline and the long goal.
Yeah.
And we're in a great position now, but we know following, Infinity's advice for the next, little while, we could get even better opportunities.
And we also don't want to, like you said before, we don't want to work as a team. We don't want to let each other down. We want to be.
So you're holding each other accountable.
We want to be. Yeah, we do. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, we hold each other accountable
So-
most weeks.
So where to from here? We've got the 2 investment properties underway. What's the goal? What's the big picture goal and dreams here?
Number one would be to pay off a home loan, which we will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make that happen. Me and Jay will make that happen in the next
that's
few
a
years.
non-negotiable.
And what's the date for that?
Well, I'm 35 and a half, so I'm having that planned. If I just keep working the way we are, that will be gone before I'm 40.
And what's home worth today?
Well, it's around
Ballpark.
380,
Around
but Kat
three-
just told us downstairs it's actually around 900.
Yeah.
The home?
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
the
where
debt's
we live.
And there's about 80. So how much did you pay? You owed 385 when you first got it.
Yeah.
But it's worth how much today?
Kat just told me 900.
900.
Yeah.
Okay, 900.
Yeah.
But we're down to 310 or 50.
Early
Yeah,
threes.
Early
threes.
threes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've got a shitload of equity. You want to pay the house off in the next 5 years, you said?
Potentially,
Yeah,
if we don't sell
ideally.
any investment properties down the track, they'll speed that up. But if we'll continue with how we are now, it'll be about 4 or 5 years.
4 or
So it
5
would have
years.
been about a 6-7 year journey to clear that 385.
Yeah.
But really, with all that other debt we had, it was over 400.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're correct, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's wild.
Yeah, and we were also talking as well just before, what would it look like not having the home loan anymore? It's so normal for us to have it, so to not have it, it would be wow, what do you do now? So
what's the so big picture goal would be home loan gone in the next 4 or 5 years.
yeah, correct, yeah,
A couple of investments. Let's just assume we just keep them, whatever, we don't sell them.
yeah.
Any other goals?
We want to get married, so that will be something that we will do next year. So, so definitely,
Congratulations.
thank you. So we've been engaged for a little while, so definitely time
It's time.
for the wedding. Yep.
Okay.
And then we do want to extend our family down the track as well, but ideally wedding first, and then
Yeah.
maybe another addition to our family. Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
So a few more years after that.
So, for whether young or old doesn't matter, but I know a lot of young people are going to relate to this. I want to dig a bit deeper. What inside you, Dylan, was like, besides just seeing it on social media, what was we are fucked? What was the trigger? Because I tend to find people don't come to me when they think they're doing so amazingly well, and even though they think they are, I fucking can destroy their position to make it better, right, when they do come.
Yeah.
What was the pain point?
Or there was lots of things, like not being able to, put petrol in my car. But there was, there's.
So it was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad.
There was one time when I was, a few times I'd be working and that split loan would come out. I'd be on shift and I'd have no money, and I knew the other part of the loan would be coming out, and I'll be checking my bank because it wasn't coming out of my, where the pay was coming in. I had to move the money across, but the money wasn't there to be moved across.
Right.
So I'm thinking, I don't know what's going to happen first.
So you're living in a constant state of financial stress.
Constantly.
Literally for food, for fuel, for the payments.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was the trigger.
That
it was
was
fucking
And
bad.
then we obviously had the little
Yeah.
one on the side. I said, well, I have to do something about it.
Yeah, we've got to. Yeah, we wanted to, and that's I think our motivator now is our family and having Isla. That's kind of what drives us as well. Is we want to give her opportunities, and we want to show her the correct way to do things, and it's kind of almost help set her up as well for her future. So because we didn't have that, so growing up, whereas we want to give that to Isla. So growing up, I watched my mum struggle with money all the time. Like,
Yeah.
you know, she was a single parent. Me and my sister, like, we had to go without things because she didn't have enough money. So, and she was in a job that probably didn't pay very well, but, you know, we just kind of made do. So that's another reason that we wanted to change our life and be in a different position to what we kind of grew up in.
You should be bloody proud of yourselves, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When was the last time you remember stressing about money?
Before I met
God.
Infinity.
It was, years ago now.
So it seems
would
like
be,
a distant memory.
Yeah.
It does.
It does. Years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it was bad.
Really bad. Yeah.
Okay. Because I only see the positive messages now. Hey, we're doing this, and hey, go to the UK.
Kind of
and
forget
hey,
about all
and
the
hey, this
negative
is about-
stuff.
Every couple of months, Dylan's like, hey, G. And I'm like, wow, this is
He'll
cool.
tell me his message.
Yeah. But I don't, you know, obviously I wasn't around for all the bad times.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
But you helped us get out of them situations.
Absolutely.
You offered your knowledge and expertise, and we followed.
Advice.
You've
Yeah.
done well.
Yeah.
Talk to me about, obviously our business is a bit unique, so people might be thinking, how do you manage all of this? So we're a bit unique where we give you that full-time relationship manager and financial coach, right?
Yeah.
How does that help or guide or hinder, or how annoying is it having somebody there looking over your shoulder day to day?
We love it. Well, I really
think
enjoy it.
we both do. And I think having that person that you can relate to, but also it's motivating because that person will then, again, help keep you accountable. And they're always there for a chat, you know, a check-in. It's nice to have that extra additional support so you don't feel like you're just doing it by yourselves. Like you've got that person there in your corner to help you and, kind of guide you as well. So
do you think that that's probably a bit of the secret sauce as well?
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
If we set this up and went, right, here you go, like most finance companies, went, here you go, guys, here's your new structure.
Yeah.
Do you think you're probably more likely to revert back to what you were doing
Oh,
and fail?
100%.
we would've.
Easy. It's
I know-
so easy to go back into bad habits. Like,
I figured out years ago, that's the secret. That's that ongoing, it costs us money, but that ongoing person to talk to you every week or two or each month even.
Yeah.
And you just know they're watching, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they can, you know, they know if you're out of budget, they know how well you can be going.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So if you have had, you know, a couple of tough weeks, or they're the
Yep.
ones that can kind of bring you back, help you put you back on track. And same if you aren't following it, or, you know, you're not doing the right thing, they're also very quick to pull you up on that as well. Like, you know, what's going on? Like, fix up.
we just saw Dean
So-
downstairs, and Dean was like, "Dill, I had a look at, you know, your bank statements, and geez, the last few months you've been smashing." I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I have."
We're on
Yeah,
that
it's-
consistent train, which is good. So we had a bit of a dip in
So
February.
I'm assuming when
Yeah.
you first bought the land and built the house, and I'm assuming you didn't have that interaction with your broker or the bank.
No.
It's just
It
done.
It was
was
just like a
just
family
done.
friend broker. Here's
Yeah.
a number. Call this guy.
Yeah.
He's retired now.
Okay.
So yeah, he got us all approved, and you know, we were lucky. We saved up a little bit of money. You know, we saved about 50, 60 grand that we put originally onto our house, which was
So
obviously.
you did save. You had great financial habits.
Yeah.
And then for some reason you got the house and just it all went to
Yeah.
shit.
We just splurged. Like,
It
we
did.
got the house and it was just a massive splurge on everything because we just
It's
wanted
safe to
to.
say most of us know how to do this.
Yeah.
We just choose not to.
Yeah.
Or
Correct.
we can do it in spurts, but on our own, we deserve it. We're pretty bad at doing
Yeah.
it on our own.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys should be really bloody proud of yourselves, and we'll do another part to this to let everyone know what we do with the portfolio and the
Yes.
structure and the plans, which we'll talk about off air and see
Excited
what
to
you
hear
think.
about that. Yep.
But I wonder if you guys have got any questions for me.
Well, I've been thinking, G. You know, you can see that we're pretty eager type of people. We've done everything you said for the last couple of years. Where do you think Jade and I could get to if we kept following your advice for the next, little while? I'm only 35 now. Jade's a little bit younger than me.
Yeah, look,
Where can we get it?
if you look at people that have been working with me since we started in 2012, you got people with 20 properties, 23, 16, 8, 9, it depends
Yeah.
on the circumstances.
Yeah.
A few things will play into that, factor into that, i.e. second child,
Yeah.
Yeah.
maternity, time off work, reduced income. Obviously, we're doing really well to not increase expenses. So we're not taking on, new credit cards or new toys and that sort of stuff. So if we don't increase our expenses, if we keep our expenses stable, and we keep our income where it is, and we don't have, more expenses, we're fine. But we've got a wedding coming up.
Yeah.
It's going to cost money
Yeah.
and potentially another baby. So that's going to cost money.
Yeah.
So it's really about factoring those things in because they're the life things. They're important. Start a family, increase the family, get married. But those are things that do slow us down.
Okay.
Because obviously, if I'm just picking on, say you spend 50 grand on a wedding. I don't know. Could be heaps more these days. I don't know. Well, that 50 grand in the top tax bracket, you've got to go and earn 100 to pay half of it in tax to spend 50 on the wedding. Doesn't mean don't spend it, but then you've got to earn 100 to get 50 to just go pay for the wedding. And then that income's gone. Plus you've got to live that year and all that. So it's very, very hard to save net income. What I mean is you get your income, you pay your tax, and then in your net income, you've got to live, pay your bills, pay your expenses, your groceries. There usually isn't much left, which you guys have proven there is if you're structured, right? So you guys are getting ahead over 60 grand a year, give or take. So we could say, right, if we, to model that, if we spent $60,000 on a wedding and a honeymoon, then we would have lost a year's worth of progress. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
So it's not too difficult to model if that's fair. But then if we're to have a wedding and to have another child and to have 6 or 12 months out of work and a reduced income, then we might be, say, 2 to 3 years behind. Because we might lose 60 grand for the wedding. We might not get ahead 60 grand that year as well. So it's just working out the math of it for you guys. But again, these are positive. This is a positive. Getting married and having children's a positive speed bump. It's where to from there. And how sharp and aggressive you are from there. But then you have childcare fees, school, those sorts of things
all
as well.
the added things.
It'd be double because obviously we got one, and that's childcare fees aren't cheap.
So you don't want to delay these things for age and health and all that sort of stuff. But you just want to be as structured as you can. Like Beck and I haven't started a family because we're super structured. We're like, right,
of course,
make sure medically we're okay, do tests, all that. Sweet. But we're super, super structured before we're about to start trying for a family. Because we just got some things that we wanted to do. And that's just our decision. Because most people unexpected or have 2, 3, 4 kids at a young age and they struggle for the rest of their lives. We're the opposite. We're like super structured on it. No one's right, no one's wrong. People go, oh, that's stupid. Well, hey, our kids will have every opportunity in the world.
Correct.
Right? I'll be a bit of an older parent, but I don't think I had the maturity 10 years ago to actually raise a child the way I would now. So I feel like, this is my personal opinion and people around me, that I'd be a much better father now than I would have been 10 years ago or 20 years ago. So those things, but they're easy to model, if that's fair. So we can model and be like, well, this will do this and that will do that. And then, but those things will slow us down. But they're positive speed humps. But obviously once we have 2, 3 dependent children, the banks crunch us for the next 15, 18 years. It really stunts that wealth creation journey. Then our wealth creation tool is to pay that debt down and get that equity up in the home so that then as income increases or the children get old, then we can start investing again. But we'll be able to expand as much as our income, less our expenses allow us. And any life events.
Cool. Thanks.
Sky's the limit.
Yes.
But we just need to be really strategic, which is what we're going to talk about off air.
Yeah.
There were a couple of things come up that I'm like, ooh, this could be really good. Cha-ching. Like, let's go here instead of here. There's a few little moving parts.
Nice.
Yeah.
And things are always evolving.
Yeah.
So when they're evolving, it's like, hey, what if we did this? Hey, we thought this was, but this is better. What if we did this now?
Yeah.
So those sorts of things, which we'll chat about off air. And then we'll do a part 2 of this.
Nice.
Sounds excited. Good. Yeah.
Well, you should be really proud of yourselves, guys. I hope
Thank you so much. We are. Like, it's...
And sharing your story, like putting yourselves out there for people to go, is really powerful. So thank you, because if there's one other young couple or any couple that hear this and be like, shit, that's us, there's hope, right? And you turned it around like that.
Yeah.
So you should be really bloody proud of yourselves.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Well done, guys.
Thanks.
You're fucking gone. See ya.